Greetings, this is Warrior King, and the time has come for the lions and the lioness to tell their own story. This is the lion's voice. Give thanks and praise for the wonderful blessing that's been poured on me. Give thanks and praise. Jah use I as an instrument to set the people free. Jah give her the powers to chant. Jah give her the powers to chant. Rastafari, the lion's voice.
What do you have to tell the people about Rastafari?
Light to the world. The king of kings and the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. Elected himself, first rightful ruler. Hey yo! Yeah. Hail them high, hail the black king on the 23rd of July. So tell them guy who praise God up in the sky, it's a lie. The Almighty living on your night. From ancient time them a try. Them Romans know them just open them suit and ties. Criminals ain't got no alibi, they stole my people. Then them come without them genocide.
Are you talking about slavery?
Them couldn't kill. The lion will come conquer Judah tribe. Go through tribulation, and I strive, see sufferation, and I still rise. That's why we tell them in America, live Rastafari in every ghetto area. We come to tell them in a Toronto, straight at
Yes. Alright, so that is the housekeeping. Big up Ramia King Design. Today we are going to talk about Empress Taitu. I'm going to be reading from my book Haile Selassie's Ethiopia. It's available. You can go to the website, get your copy. This is a book that is a labor of love. I'm just reading excerpts, so I'm going to read from the chapter Rise of the Priestly Warrior Queen. And let's celebrate Empress Taitu, who, let me set the stage. You know, this dynamic sister didn't have any children of her own, married multiple times, but she found love, Emperor Menelik, and by all accounts, Emperor Menelik loved Empress Taitu the same, and together they formed one of the most formidable royal houses in the history of the earth. Empress Taitu really solidified her place in history during the Battle of Adwa, which is why it's appropriate to celebrate her today to kick off Women's History Month. Empress Taitu was critical to preserving Ethiopia's victory over the Italian forces. They talk about how she ordered to cut off their water supply. She helped to draft up the strategy, accompanied Emperor Menelik going into battle, commanding her own troops, because she also had her loyal forces. The Yijua Roma was a powerful dynasty. You know, she grew up in Wollo, and you know, in my book we set the stage, and I just pray that they are them full joy. This, and again, I'm jumping around in the book, so this is from different sections in the chapter. The chapter opens with Ras Makonnen, you know, just pondering. A lot of the book is written from the perspective of Ras Makonnen. This is, you know, him meditating about Empress Taitu, his family, that he would do whatever he can to please, because along with his uncle Menelik, you know, this lady he sees is someone who all of the major Rastas know. You don't mess with Empress Taitu, and she's someone that you want on your side, someone you want to please. She had tasked Ras Makonnen before 1892 to go to Jerusalem and try to buy some property to secure for the Ethiopian priests that were there in Jerusalem. And this is a feature of the priestly warrior monarchy era. The concern for Jerusalem and the Ethiopian presence in Jerusalem was a concern. And Empress Taitu was no different. They looked at that as still the Holy Land, even though they saw their Ethiopia as the new Zion, because of the birth of Yeshua and so many different things. Ethiopian priests always had a presence there, and the Ethiopian crown always, you know, tried to protect their interests, which was not easy because the Ottoman Empire at this time was who was in control of Jerusalem. So Ras Makonnen didn't purchase the land, but he had because of his diligence, and she knew that he was diligently trying to pursue her interests, they had formed, somewhat of a bond there. So Empress Taitu, again, it just shows she was the type of woman that commanded respect, even in a time where, people would say Ethiopia is a patriarchy and these things, which by definition it was a patriarchy because you carry your father's last name. The male descent, was you had to be a man to sit on the throne. And this is why when people are licked down patriarchy, I'm very careful because I say, wait, patriarchy defended the independence of the African continent. Are you aware? So we have to be careful when we just jump on a bandwagon. Because by definition, and we had this reason with my big sister, Empress Ras Makonnen Kush. You know what I mean? Because again, Ethiopia under His Majesty would be defined as a patriarchy. So we have to be very careful because African patriarchy is different. The man is the head, and so we tried it in a Zion. So anyhow, even in a land where all of that is true, Empress Taitu, respect was to the maximum. So let us go into some of the early history of Empress Taitu coming from Haile Selassie's Ethiopia. Again, support the book. A welcome to the Lion Voice Network. This is the story of Empress Taitu.
Adwa, Ethiopian, it's time to stand on the parade, Mama Africa, medaling Adwa, I see tens of thousands of soldiers, tell you been you away and they're fighting in Adwa, tell them that no slave master could ever come take over Africa, medaling Adwa, tell them, see the ark of the covenant, they won't come take over.
They tried to ambush, push, didn't know the power lion, we run the bush. Chop down the wicked with sword and flesh hook. On the great Ras Makonnen, ride on them horse and slew off them gunmen in judgment. Italy you found filthy in the Vatican where they practice necromancy. Bakula Adwa 1896 get whipped with stones and sticks. Highly rollers coming down from high region, crushing your troop and legion. There's no division when all the tribes come together to defend with wives and with mothers and the land of our fathers. King Menelik leaves the Rasses, young TAFARI, 4 years in the passage. Try to live in peace, the wicked always on a rampage. When you check the history, you see who's the real savage. At night while they sleep, move me with the damage. Giving thanks for life, chopping heads in the silence. So much bloodshed for Africans to be free. Can't forget about the Zulu, Ashanti. So don't press her, you should have known better. The Ark of the Covenant stays in Ethiopia.
Adwa, Ethiopian, it's time to stand on the parade, Mama Africa, medaling Adwa, tell them that no slave master could ever come take over Africa, medaling Adwa, tell them I see tens of thousands of fire being given away and they're fighting in Adwa. Don't know for the Ark of the Covenant, they won't come take over.
Yo, what's going on? At the break of dawn, I'm hearing gongs. Everyone is running for arms, chatting the war is on. Just heard a sound from Menelik II, saying everyone grabbing the weapon. Hey yo, it's Armageddon. I see the enemies intruding. Good over evil, confident we're not losing. Even the women on the front line, barefoot gun shooting. Black liberation, worldwide revolution. Zimbabwe, South Africa, the same revolution. Defending ourselves against colonial pollution. Hey yo, I be that warrior, seated in the hills, waiting for the sound from the king to charge a battlefield. Rap for your shield. What's wrong with these fascists? Why can't they humble and be still? Yo, it's necessary. We wage war with the enemy.